alumnus of DMS. And students, I welcome all the faculty also. Our DMS talk series coordinator, Dr. Radeshwari, who has been putting untiring efforts to bring in people. Though I am pressurizing her to have every week one, we are actually having lot of alumni, so we need not have any constraint in bringing every week one alumnus. That is my thought, and she is really extending a lot of support to organize this program without any break. And we also come out with student development training, STP with talent. This is the tag word she has coined. So in that, after hearing alumnus, any specific topic also we are taking up in this SDP, Student Development Program, again a new initiative of DMS. So in this pleasant morning, I invite our Sivakumar. I very vividly remember, for the benefit of students, I repeat, this duo, Sivakumar and Kamal, Shiva, Kamal, these names we never forget in DMS. So these are the people who were my right hand and left hands, or left and right eyes, I could say, to take the placement records of DMS to a newer height. So during their batches only, we achieved 100% placement, and we were continuously marching ahead with 100% placement with the kind of student dream. So they were very strong. I was having very strong team. Whatever, even I think they will execute it. That is the kind of spirit and energy the team was having, and they were really putting hard efforts to improve their skill sets by way of academic clubs. They used to stay up to 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Even I will also be staying. I used to stay with them for longer hours to take the placement effort. So those days are really memorable for me, Shivakumar. And I request our students to take the inputs from Shivakumar and make best use of it, because he aimed at agri career and he achieved it, and he never compromised for any other corporate job, which even though he got it in campus, he could have got it, but he decided not to opt for any corporate industry other than agriculture. So he made it. He was with ICRISAT, I think, first, and then again he moved as CEO, which is a dream designation for all of you. And now you explore with Dr. Shiva, Mr. Shivakumar, you will become Dr. Shiva. I really, you have that potential as well. If you are in TNAU, you can easily get a doctorate because you have your own gurus there, and you should also get that as well. I dream. So with this, I request Kritika Devi, or the student coordinator, to introduce the speaker, our distinguished alumnus, and start the session. Thank you. And Shiva, I have an academic council meeting. Maybe I will leave after some time. Please continue, and I will again call you leisurely to discuss further things. Okay? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Rajeshwari.
Good morning to everyone. If you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. In that case, we have been learning more informative things every week through our DMS talk series. In that case, this week we are here with Mr. P. Shivakumar, Chief Executive Officer of Madurai Agribusiness Incubation Forum, supported by NABARD, who is going to talk about new age startup in agriculture sector. He has developed more than 100 early age startups and also introduced blockchain for organic produce traceability and India's first startup FPO Emotion program with the collaboration of AIDEA. He also worked as a business manager in Agrinotive India Limited and Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, and an associate in International Crops Research Institute for Semi-Arid and Tropics. In addition to MBA, he has also finished Executive Education Program on Global Sourcing in Indian Institute of Management, Future of Farming, Social Enterprise, Innovation in University of Leeds through Future, and learn the Internet of Things in King College, London. Welcome, sir. I would like to hand over the session to Mr. Shivakumar sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Shiva,
Thank
before
you.
you start,
Yes, ma'am.
Shiva, actually they printed the invitation as CEO NABARD. I wish you to become.
Sure, ma'am. I
That
will.
is
One day.
kind of open we have in DMS. Whoever comes for any program, they get elevation. That I wish you become in future the CEO of NABARD also. Thank you.
Am I audible? Yes, ma'am. Am I audible? Yeah.
Yes,
Sir.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, you are audible. You proceed.
See, before I start presenting something, I just want to share what are the few things I learned in DMS and which helped me. The first thing is the assignments and presentations. I never copied from someone else and I never rushed to submit. I took my time and then I presented. And I put my thoughts and then I submitted and everybody encouraged me. Even though it's wrong also, they have advised me and then they have helped me in preparing good assignments and presentation. This helped me a lot. You know why? In corporates, it's all about presentations and preparing documents and other things. So the first thoughts, I have my original own thoughts. If I study something, I will imbibe in a manner that I can present in a way which I want. So that helped me a lot. I think that is the most important thing you have to do. Please avoid cut, copy, paste. That won't be helpful for you. So do something, even if it is 4 pages, 2 pages, 3 pages, do write on your own. It will help you a lot. This is the first thing I have learned and that helped me immensely. So please make sure that you also do submit the assignments within the time, because in corporate life, once you enter, after deadline, everybody is dead. So these things are there. These are the small things which you have to take it from your classrooms within the 4 walls. Whatever the mistake you make, it is pardonable. But if behind those or beside those 4 walls, if you come and do anything, it will hurt you a lot, and then it will have ramification in your career. So another thing I want to say is finance. Most of the time, some of my batchmates used to call me and then say they also equally well paid, but sometimes they don't manage their finance. So don't get into debt trap. Try to save and then spend. This is most important. I remember Charu ma'am also saying me to invest in different ventures. I was started doing. So make sure that finance is most important thing. It will give you a freedom to take decisions. If you from the day when you start earning, you should start saving, and then from 10 years from now, your savings or whatever you want, it should be with you. And this is what I want to share with you. When I was with DMS, I have 3 opportunities. The first salary is 12,000, second salary is 28,000, and third salary is 32,000, which also includes a bank job. And what you would have think I would have chosen? Anyone?
12,000, sir?
Yeah, I chose 12,000, and it was with an organization which represents agriculture. And everybody told that was the worst decision ever made in my life, and that turned out to be the best decision I have made. That gave me an opportunity. Within 3 months of joining the organization, I got a consultancy, which is like handling 4,000 acres of land for Imami groups, and I have did it for ICRISAT, and my ICRISAT boss has impressed, and then he hired me from that. And from there, my journey started. And now, whoever has told me yours is a bad choice or what, I'm earning more than them. So I had one passion. I want to do something to agriculture. And for me, the most important recognition came when I was selected as a member of National Advisory Committee for Produce Fund, which manages the farmers' producer organization in the country. So, I never, what to say, I never went behind the money. It will come to you in 5 or 6 years down the line. Everybody will be in the same average, plus or minus 10. Only few will be having an outside the bracket one. So make sure you don't go behind the money. At certain point of time, the skills you get, the reputation you earn in your field will make you more and more darer. and make sure that you love your job, because most of the time you will be in office, and your emotions, moods, your family life, work-life balance will all depend upon your work. So it's better if you have a job, or it's better to start your own company. So I am also, in a kind of, I'm also employing few peoples. We get projects and then we generate employments. We generate direct and indirect employments. So it's a kind of, this is also a kind of one. It may be, there are rough patches where I also felt this is the, I wouldn't have choose this career. But when looking back, and as always, I'm a Steve Jobs fan. He says, connect that dots backward. And still date, I don't have any regret, because I'm living the dream of my life. Whatever I want to do, I'm doing now. I want to help farmers. I want to help students. I can do whatever I want. There's only one thing. I never, whatever my senior says, my professor says, I follow. I don't question them, because most of the time, our mentors, our professors, they want us to grow. They want to see our success. So listen to any one professor, choose them as a mentor, and then listen to them. They will do good for you, because at certain age, our decisions may not be that good. We need a mentor, we need a guide to take our decisions perfectly. And most importantly, your health. And in this pandemic, you would have our health is most important thing. Make sure in the next 10 years, you haven't grown more than 10 kgs. I'm within this bracket. So health is the most important one, and make sure you are also in this bracket. With this small introduction, I will say the agri startups are booming everywhere. And then what we have to start doing is, even if you are in an job, you have to do other second works. If you see in America and other developed countries, the salary from the income from salary is reducing, and income from other source is start increasing. This we call as a gig economy, and then you will be also entering such situation. So you might be engaged in one permanent job, and you will be doing some 5 to 6 part-time jobs. You should have multiple revenue streams so that you can achieve or pursue your dreams. And this is most important, because with 1 or 2 salaries, with the growth of urbanization and the inflations, it will be difficult to manage things. So it will be, being an MBA student, you should able to manage the life. You should not allow other things to manage your life. See, I will share few things which you might be interested in. Whatever, if you take a cup of coffee or tea, it will take 150 liters of water to produce that. Similarly, if you take 1 kg of rice, it requires 5,000 liters of water. And for beef, it is like 14,000 liters of water is required to 1 kg of beef. Considering the current situation and water scarcity, in future, maybe in 5 years or 10 years, it will be difficult for us to generate more food for the growing populations. So now students, these are students, most of them are student ideas. The students in different countries have come up with different ideas. They cultivate grasshopper-like insect. It's called cricket. Within our classroom size, DMS classroom size, and then they harvest in 5 days, and then they do certain desiccation, and then they use it for cakes and cookies and other things. So what we are trying to say here is, normally an agriculture product will be the food. Now an insect or an organism which is affecting agriculture is turning into a food. So there is a transition in the raw material. This is what you have to understand. And as a business student, you have to develop a business models. Business model innovation is running food and agri startups. It's not the technology per se, but how you are earning the revenue is changing the businesses of the agriculture. Similarly, the burgers are coming from worms. They don't go for the cow or other things, because there is more methane production. It is dangerous for climate change. So the insect-based burgers are coming up, and 3D printing is coming up, and which is changing entire way we are going to consume. They can design or given a particular ingredient what you want, and it can be done. So why we are saying is, 5 years from now, you will be eating what you haven't been imagining. So make sure that every 5 years you are equipping your skills and you are equipping your taste buds also. We have to do that. And people are coming up with different ideas. Whatever our grandma and grandpa did, they are packing it in a package and then they are marketing. So most of the times in food and agri, what you need is a presentation. It's a presentation, how you packing, how you are delivering, how you are pricing, how you are marketing. So mostly if a graduate from maybe DMS or any MBA graduate, he has a more opportunity for success, because production is easy in agriculture. Production is easy in food ecosystem. The most of the problem is how you manage the supply chain, how you manage the pricing, how you place, how you promote your product. These are the three problems which most of the startups or agri and food startups face. So if you able to take one startup and then if you start doing something, it will be helpful for, if you analyze something and then if you propose something to them, it will be good. What we did is when we were in studying in DMS, it's like it's apart from our assignments and other things, we pooled some 5,000 rupees each for 4 persons, and then we invested in a Pani Puri shop, and then it resulted in an in a profit. And we helped them in saying, you have to prepare this dish, it will be like this, you have to buy new plates, we will invest this, and then something like that. So you can also try something like this. Instead of going to an organization, studying them, you just invest, you pool some little money and invest in an organization, and how you have to see how your investment works. If you start doing something like this, you will get a very real learnings. If you want to do something in agriculture, the most important thing which I feel is how to increase the shelf life of the produce. Even our third BSc Agri students have developed a few products which is increasing the shelf life of banana and other fruits for a week. So we are promoting them, we are commercializing them, we are patenting a product for them. So like that, there are many things are coming up. Now with advent of Swiggy and Swiggy and Zomato, ghost restaurants are coming up. Ghost restaurants and white label foods, I think you might be knowing about that. Am I right? White label foods. Anybody know that? What is white label foods? Okay, see, white label foods is something like, consider somebody is in Kannadasan hostel and otherbody is in Kabir hostel. Room number 10 in Kannadasan hostel is preparing some food, and then a person from DMS is preparing an app. He called it DMS food app, and then what he does, he prepares, he will give the packing, and it will be whatever the company or whatever the production is, he will paste the DMS food sticker on the food, and then he will deliver to us. So this is the similar one. Taster is the company which is doing that. Market research is the most important thing, because every day in India there are 3 startups are starting up. They need support of market research, whether their product is fit in the market, whether their product will generate enough revenues. So if you are a marketing student, make sure your marketing research skills are up to mark, because you have to infuse something with that. You have to learn how big data works or data analytics. So if you infuse both of them, you will be a deadly package for any startups, and you can do a consultancy for them. For preparing a report, you can charge some 5 lakhs, 10 lakh rupees, just like that. So if you do some 10 assignments in a year, you will get 1 crore rupees or 50 lakh rupees. So you have to equip yourself in such way so that this is most important. Everybody needs what is their market potential and how they can target their particular market segments, which you are capable of, and you can deliver something. And frozen meals are coming up. Maybe 10 years from now, we may not eat the fresh foods what we are eating. It will be like they will be giving the frozen foods, and then you will keep in the oven, and then you will be eating it. So these are these are not ideas, these are startups which are doing well. See, this is another one. For example, mostly it is like after eating lunch, the classes you will get sleeps. You sleep, or some people after their night party, they might get hangover and then they won't feel well. So this is a company called Feeder. It's designed for workplace. You can try to emulate in colleges also. Based on the workload, they will define the meal. If it is the workload is high, they will reduce the carbohydrate and then increase the protein. And there is a certain combinations. So they do it for the well-being of the employee, and then they have an employee welfare fund, and it fits well in the company, and this startup gets some market. So you have to understand what is the business model here, and then this is like solving the real problem. Many startups who comes to us, they have a solution, but they don't have a problem. So which means their product won't have any customers. They have to create the problem. So it is better to understand what is the problem and then create a solution. This is another one. See, it is less a small sticker. If you see that stick fresh, if you paste it, the mango will not dry for 14 days. So this is the most important innovation, because post-harvest loss in the country is so high, and we are also now trying to replicate it in a way where it's like it don't release ethylene. Like that, you have to find out some problems which you can solve and which you have a real market applications. See, this is most important one, customization of a products. This is a product of PepsiCo. Normally, if you go to a tea shop, few people will say, sir, I need light sugar, I need with sugar or without sugar. Or some people will say, I need a strong one, or I don't need a strong one. Taking a cue from this, PepsiCo has launched this Drink Infinity drink. So it says that I have a rifle, and then whatever the need I need, I can put it, and then I can drink accordingly. And this is going well because people love customizable products. So most of the products are coming in a customizable way. So if you want to start up a product, or your company, what you're going to join is an startup company, or most of the corporates are now looking for entrepreneurs. What you have to do is the user experience you create for consumption of the products is most important. So in the customer relationship, what is the most important thing is should not have a database. You should have customers. The relationship which you feel, the bonding should be great. Then only the customers will be with you. Then only your business will be successful. And the next one is coming up with an non-alcoholic beer. The consumption of alcohol, especially the beer, has grown so much. The age, especially 20 to 30, is they are drinking so much, and then that is leading to most of the problems. And now people are coming up with non-alcoholic beer, which is like helping them to not deviate much from that. And now our Indians are so smart. They started doing banana wine, jamun wine, which is less which have less alcohol, but they even naming it wine, which has a trigger to our sense. Normally, if you see, I learned few things in our college. When I did a presentation, we presented a topic called colors in marketing, in which we learned how color impacts the preference of consumers. Firstly, it is like we thought for food, because I am into food and agri. I presented that one. So the yellow and red color are appetizers, and that stimulate the appetizing. So most of the foods are in that only. So so they choose those colors. So these things are there, and then based on that only we have come up with it. If you see Heineken, it's a green one. Green one means it's feel freshness, and then same the blue color is there. It's like a calmness which you give. So if you drink this beer, you feel fresh, but you remain calm. That was the message which the package is sending to us. So like that, you have to create a story around every product so that it reaches the consumer and stays with them. You sell a product, you just consume it. It's a one-time sale. You create a story around your sale, and it stays with your customer forever. This is now becoming more and more problem in the people who eat food. If you go and eat food outside, there is more choice of food poisoning. There are allergens. So an engineering student is preparing an equipment for food and agri, and then they are trying to create a healthy environment. So it's like a pen drive. You just take it and stick it in the food and then insert in the pen drive. It will show whether the food is adulterant to something or not. So likewise, there have been many equipments. The industrial 4.0 applications in agriculture is having in humongous opportunities for challenges for graduates from across the sector in agriculture. So now we are also implementing few of the things, like we have our cold storage system in which we are using IoT, which gives us a signal every 15 minutes what is the temperature inside the rooms. And we are also blockchain based traceability, and then we are enabling the immutable transfer of transparency for our consumers. So so soon engineering or whatever the other sectors is going to come into agriculture, and we don't even realize it. But by the time in the 5 to 10 years, most of the people across the sectors will be in food and agri startups. So this is one of, I like this one. See how the medicine industry is changing the consumption pattern or consumer preference. This startup is one example. What they do is, normally taking your DNA is difficult. Okay, if you see in the 3 steps, all from home, no blood, no needles, just a sample of saliva. This, what they are going to say is, normally if you have to go to hospital, you have to take your blood and then you have to sequence this and then you find your DNA. Now this startup has come up with a small urns. They will given a small pack kind of thing, and then you have to split your saliva in it, and within 7 days they will prepare an profile for you, digestive profile, that if you eat this food, you will not be diabetic for the next 10 years. So this is your diet, and if you do this, you will be healthy you will be healthy forever. So now think about it. It's like now what happens? I get tested, and they have told I should not eat it, and then my preference, everything will go in a way according to this diet only. So my entire the supply chain works backward from here. So from my consumption point of view, I will make my purchases, and my purchase will affect all other decisions also, because I will say to someone else, and then that will follow. So this is another good one. See, this you can also try to do. One of my batchmate, Arun, was there. He is owner of the Food Paradise. What we do is, it's similar to this. Consider I'm coming to Pondicherry. I'm staying for a night. I may not able to taste all the good foods in the Pondicherry, especially the seafoods and the Arabian grapes in that Food Paradise, Arabian grape juice. Like that, what these people are doing is taking the best out of each hotel, and then they're having a buffet system and then charging very good money. And then if I'm coming for one day, I can taste whatever the best dishes in Pondicherry at one place. So this you can try. At least you can try. You can do some business within the campus with the permission of the management. So do some business and create an entrepreneurship ecosystem that flourish, and that give you more and more knowledges than studying and other things. Most importantly, managing finance is most important in all the aspects. Make sure you understand balance sheets and profit and loss statements. So this is another one. This is also an see, it's like some people have a problem with taking too much salts. If they take consume salts, they will be having giddiness and other things. So this is one sensor which is in the teeth, which will says that this is the amount of salt you have consumed. So there are many things which is coming in the startup ecosystem. This is, if you breathe, it will say how much time it will take you to digest your food. So these are the things which is required for an consumers, and they are doing it. So I have another meeting at 10:30, so I will share only few hints of other things. Now people are they are so lazy that they don't want to eat food, so they want to drink food, and then they want to eat bars. So it will give the same calories of what you are eating as a food. So you can also come up with something, and then you can open stores. If you see algae, it's like food. It's like there are only few. If you see rice, wheat, and only few stable foods we are eating. Maybe we can say 7 or 8 only we are eating. But there are most diversity was there when our parents, our grandparents were eating. So if you see, there are only 3 algae which is used out of almost 2 lakhs to 70 lakh algae. If you find out any algae which is able to edible, that will change the entire way we are consuming. You are disturbing the food market with algae. That will be very, very good, and then you will become a billionaire overnight. So packing the food is going to change the way we are looking at. Full edible packing is most important one, and then if you do that, it will click soon. and then it will reach the market very easily because it has a unique value proposition. See, I told business model innovation is most important. This is one of our startups, My Harvest Farms in Chennai. What they're doing is they're doing the same thing as all other retail shops are doing, but they're adding a little bit flavor to it. What they do is they go for a subscription model, which means like if you subscribe for Netflix or Hotstar, what happens is then based on that you enjoy your benefits. So this is also same. If you have a family of 2 people, they will give you certain packages and for certain rupees. And in Saturdays and Sundays, you can take your family, you can go to their farm and pluck your own. So pluck your own is becoming a new concept, and only few people will come. But this gives a trust for a consumer that their produce is genuine and it's trustworthy. So they are doing very, very good. So like that, this is a one small innovation in the business, and it is doing very good. So if you see most of the things, small innovation. This is one startup which is pricing. It's an artificial intelligence based and the big data based startup, which is based on the freshness and the amount in the supermarket. It decides the price of the produce. If you go and see a supermarket today, the first day any item arrives, especially the fresh items, perishable items like fruits and vegetables, it will remain the same throughout the week. Still, it is thrown off from the shelf. But they have come up with a new idea. Based on the freshness, the pricing will be there. It will have a more demand and attractiveness from the buyers, so that they will also do something good, and they have a trust on that. So another thing, if you see, is people don't want to cook food. They want to grow food. They want to grow food. They want to eat the fresh food. So this is one of the company which is doing something on growing food and then delivering instead of cooking. So this is the one startup which gives you an Amwell olden days, or even during the kids, they give a green gram sprouts. They're using the same formula here, but in a way which is presentable to the market unit. So see, our generation is a generation where we consume everything through eyes. If you take the generation which is previous generation, they consume and then say it's tasty, so it's spicy. But we are like, we see the packet and we say, yeah, it's a meat or it's good. So we have to make sure anything which is packed well will first get the attention, and if it is quality, we will retain the customers. So we have to ensure such things and then do. This is a high quality fresh coffee delivered from different places. The left one is a mushroom which is from a caterpillar. It's 1 kg cost 5 lakh rupees. So these combinations will give you a mushroom, a coffee which will revitalize your body, which will increase the bioavailability of your nutrients. So this is one. And see, mostly there is a concept called vegan, which is like it's coming up. So meats with plant-based is coming up, and then it is growing very strongly. I have few slides, but I have a meeting by 10:30, so I am open to questions. If you have any questions, I'm ready to answer.
Yeah, students, you can just start asking questions. It's a very, very interesting area to explore. So you can just interact with him and you can just get ideas from him. You can unmute your mic and you can directly talk to him.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shiva.
Sir, what can you say, sir? Please, what your company's role? What your company is doing right now?
Yeah. See, there is a concept called farmer producer organization. Are you aware of it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, farmer producer organization is like a group of farmers. They create a company and then they do all the business. So normally, if you see, we are a value chain incubator. It's like most of the time, what happens, research institution, there are many innovation technologies. Most of the incubators give the technologies to them, to the startups, and then they develop a business model around them. Ours is a unique one. What we do is, we first we create a clusters. So for example, some 1,000 to 3,000 farmers will be there, and we create as barriers: production, processing, and marketing. In production, for example, in 1 acre of land you are growing an wheat or something like that, there is an actual yield of 2,500 kgs, but there is something called potential yield, that's 5,000 or 7,500 kgs. We identify startups and incubate in this production stream where their interventions either increase the production from 2,500 to 3,500 kgs, or it reduces the cost of cultivation of 2,500 kgs to a considerable level which they are investing on. So when we go to the next one is the processing. Most of the farmers don't process their fruits. Even there are three types of processing: primary, secondary, and tertiary. The primary one, what you say is, for example, if you take a rice, you just clean it, take out the stones and just grade it. That's the primary processing. And then the secondary processing is you convert the rice into edible one, that's paddy, another kind of one. So these are the three tertiary three functions in process.
Sivakumar, sorry to interrupt. Your line is getting disturbed. Sivakumar?
Processing through investment in machinery and other things. Who are already in primary processing.
Sivakumar? Sivakumar, your voice is breaking.
Please reconnect.
Sivakumar, your voice is breaking.
Hello, Mr. Siva. Hello. Reconnect பண்ணுங்க please.
Sivakumar, your voice is not audible. We are not hearing your voice.
No, madam.
Sir, சொல்லுங்க, good morning.
Good morning. நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா? சிவா வந்துட்டார்.
Yeah, he is coming back.
Yeah, sorry, there was a network issue.
Yeah. Proceed.
Yeah. Actually, if you see after in the marketing, a normal farmer sells his products within 25 kilometers. So we are trying to link with the startups which is in the supply chain or supply chain enablers. We are helping them to market and then increase the price realization per kg by more than 2 rupees per kg, which is like helping them a lot. And then we have few students who have got a global entrepreneurship award. They are also finally BS Agri students. We have hand-holded them and then they have presented an international forum and they have got many prizes. And then we are also running an Ideathon challenges, hackathon challenges. And then we identify potential ideas which we can incubate and then which can be intervened in the value chain of a cluster and then helping us a lot.
Thank you, sir. Why I asked you this question, because, sir, I have a plan. Regarding that organic food and some organic compost, which is very necessary today, present day context. So, and I am from West Bengal, and my district and my nearby district Malda is known for mango, sir. So, organic food, organic compost, and mango. With these three, my plan is to do something for the farmer and as well as for the mango. Those are making mangoes, they are not getting their reasonable price in my place. So my idea is to do with these things, but my main barrier is how should we start and how should we approach with the all, because this is a long area should cover for this. But
I got the point.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
already who are there, they are using a chemicals, and then one thing is the organic farming will not give you the expected yield in the first 3 years, and after that, if you going for organic inputs also, it will cost you much, but the healthy ecosystem and other things, it will take time. But one thing is there, people have started realizing the organic revolution has started. And then even though there are many other things, your nearby state Sikkim is leading. And if you want, I will connect to the executive director of Sikkim Organic Mission. He's an alumni of our TNAU. He's an Anbalagan IFS. I will connect to him. You can take something from Sikkim and then you start doing initially. See, first before you do any business or you start any company, what you have to do is, you told you want to sell mangoes or sell organic inputs. First, you should not invest in production. What you have to do is, first you should not burn your money in capital investments. What you have to do is, you have to first procure some mangoes and you have to sell in the market. You have to understand the entire value chain. What is the problem in transportation? What is the problem in payments? If the mangoes are unsold, are you going to take it, or you are going to send it to processing one, and how all these things affects your marketing, and how the demand and supply, other players or demand and supply, how they are managing it, how they are killing your market. These are the things you have to understand before you start your own production. So for that, you have to invest around minimum 6 to 8 months of your dedicated time on each category, so that it will be easier for you to excel, understand business. If you see in LinkedIn and other Facebooks, one nice thing will be coming up. There will be one apple. If you sell an apple, it will be 5 rupees. There will be apple, and if you sell an apple juice, it is 20 rupees. There will be a comparison. But if you, before doing that 5 to 20 apple juice, you have to do 5 to 5. Then only you will understand what exactly is in the market, who is controlling the market. If you are going to do something, there will be definitely entry barriers. You would have studied 4 to 5 courses. The entry barriers is most important. And then what are your substitute products? Who is going to give? Whether somebody is going to claim it is organic or non-organic. Those things will come into play. So before you start, my advice is invest 6 months of time. It will give you more and more confidence for you.
Good, sir. Thank you so much.
You can contact me. I will always help you. Whatever.
Yes, sir. We have talked in orientation program, sir. I have your number.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I will
Sir,
connect.
Yes, sir. I am placement coordinator for our batch as well, sir. So I will ask some questions regarding placement at the end, sir. So
No,
if anybody else, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So we have
Hello,
some
sir,
more
this is
questions.
Rakesh. I have a question regarding the new farm bills implemented. So can the contract farming that can be profitable, or it will be not profitable? And another question is, my plan is to do some startup regarding the fallow lands. So can I implement my startup through fallow land? There are 9.89 million hectares in India that those are fallow lands. So I'm planning to do something contract farming through that fallow land. So I need some.
Yeah, that's great. You are from Orissa, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. See, fallow lands concept. What you can do if you are the farm bills, which is help to the current farm bills and the 3 bills which are passed, which is going to help an farmer to sell his produce across the country without any any barriers, like they have to go through only the mandis or APMCs. So that's a big relief, and which is also giving an option for contract farming. Contract farming is always beneficial because you given stable income. When you have a stable income, you can plan accordingly, and then you can do things. And if you are not going for a contract farming, you are at the mercy of the middlemen and the traders. See, I will say an example. The middlemen, how they take the profit from a farmer. The middleman first will give some 2 or 3 lakh rupees to you because you are in a need of money, and then banks have certain procedures, and if you fit in their criteria, then only they will give you the loans. And this guy is not asking for any papers, and then he is local, and then he know how to get back money from you. And then what he has is, he has a first choice of refuse. If your product is good, he will come and say, I will take it. And whatever the price he is saying, that is the price. And he says no, then only you have to go to others. So this is avoided by contract farming, where you have an throughout an engagement, throughout an year engagement or 3 years engagement, which will help you a lot. And coming to fallow lands, if you start growing any, see, this agriculture is a little bit complex one when you come to taking a fallow lands. Fallow lands will be good, some will be fertile because it's not grown, it's in virgin soils. Some won't be that fertile. So what you can go is you can go for forest trees, which will give returns in 3 years or 4 years. And then there are certain trees which will have certain benefits also. For example, now there is a proposal or planning in the highways they have to plant trees, which is fruit trees. So somebody can it's managed just like that, and mango and other things, whatever is there. Some people, the walker, they can pluck and then they can go. So many proposals are there. And then fallow lands you don't have to utilize. There are good lands which needs investment, which can be tackled. See, there is one company called Farmizen. You explore that and you get back to me. I will give you more ideas what you can do.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, any other question?
Anybody else want to interact?
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm Manohar, sir. Sir, as you told, we should have 2 or 3 incomes. I thought from the initial stage, from the initial thing, I got an idea like I should have income from agriculture also, because we have some sort of agriculture. And my idea is I should start layer farming.
Mm-hmm.
Because in our area for agriculture, leafy vegetables.
Which farm? What farming? What farming?
Layer farming, sir.
I didn't get you.
Layer farming, it's a kind
Layer.
of...
Okay.
Yeah, layer farming. Yeah. Will it be good if I start now itself and get into the market?
Yeah, definitely. See, if you take any other universities, what happens is in Western countries, by the time you reach 23 or 24, they would have tried at least 5 to 6 ideas and they would have stick with one idea. So you should start doing by now. After coming here, I started some 3 alternate ventures in my firm.
Okay, thank you.
Sivakumar, it's almost 10:25. I can see you are in a hurry.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody else wants to ask any question? You can just send it through mail. I'll just send it to him and I'll get you the answers as he's in a hurry. Anyhow, thank you so much, Sivakumar, for accepting our invitation and joining us today and sharing your ideas and views. Actually, it's a very good session and a mind-blowing session. Everyone is just looking at this industry 4.0 only towards these industries. No one is just connecting it with the agricultural sector and the kind of new ideas and these new age startup ideas, what you have shared. It's a very good eye-opening session for our students who never thought about these kind of things are also possible as a new startup idea. So thank you very much for giving a eye-opening session for our students, because this is the first time they are just getting to know about these kind of opportunities are also available. So let them just think about it, and definitely we'll approach you for further support. And we believe we are always there for us to help our students to incubate their ideas and take those ideas to the next level and helping them to come out with some really good startups. So thank you once again. Thank you very much for joining us today. And I'll just get the questions from the students and I'll just share it through mail. When you get time, you just reply to those mails. I'll just share it with the students in the future. So thank you so much.